cartoons, and I don't remember any of them.
I thought of a one-liner kind of joke, like, so what is the most powerful practice that works for you and why?
For me, it's exchanging self with others. I before Kadampa Meditation Center, I wasn't exactly prone to thinking about other people naturally, and so now I try to do it really often, especially when people aren't making eye contact with me. It's very easy that way. And then I peer into their soul, and I can at least, just remember their humanity and remember, in a way, how delicate they are, but at the same time how resilient they are, and kind of rejoice in that strange balance. And in that way, I can desire more for them and desire more for me in a really roundabout way. Because if them becomes everybody out there in the whole community, and I'm exchanging self with others all the time, then it's almost like I become a community. I become more than a part of it. I belong, and it's something that I didn't really have before. Yeah, too much fighting.
Yeah.
I agree. I actually taught one of my support groups, because it was like, what do you feel when you're going through this anxiety? And I'm like, okay, let's try an exercise here. Think of everyone else who's going through the same anxiety you are. Take it in their pain. And then, which is kind of the opposite of what our society teaches us to do. Take in the pain and then release out healing energy. They were like, wow. But that's definitely been like the best practice for me. And sometimes now I'm like, when you think about the neutral person, I'm like, that's where I struggle, because I have people I really, really don't like. That's not the hard part. The neutral's hard because I just love people. Like, I almost love everyone I meet, like everywhere I go. But yeah, the third part, that's where I'm struggling. Because, you have certain political figures or, people like that it's like, okay, I don't have loving feelings towards you, and I don't know how to.
The next part of the practice. Yeah.
And something else I've learned that really plagued me was I do not have a relationship with my parents. They're extremely abusive. And when I started coming here, I felt guilt over that, because I felt like, oh, I'm supposed to do this practice and, have this love for them. And Kadam Lucy said, you know what you do? Yeah, you put them in that position. You learn to forgive them. You don't have them in your life because they are abusive to you to this day. And that's not healthy. And I'm like, wow, I can do both things. I can work on forgiving them, but know that we can't be together.
Yeah, loving someone doesn't have to be like physically close, or like you spend time or talk or anything like that. I think that probably, I like a lot of the practices. So like most powerful, I guess, I don't know what would be most powerful, other than I just kind of think of what I'm trying to practice right now. And that's been helping a lot, and that's is recognizing when I'm kind of feeling this sense of myself separate, and like the self, and like what is that? Like this idea of myself in my mind, and kind of seeing how that's like at the heart of everything. Like anytime I'm feeling anxious or upset about something, or really attached to someone or something, it's always like me. It's always like I want about me, and then I'm looking at what's that me, and it's always just some idea in my mind, which I think is interesting, that it's not actually me. It's just something like appearing. And practically that helps a lot too when I'm, working with a student or something, or interacting with someone, and I feel that self, if I'm able to kind of look and see, like, what is that? And then it kind of just melts away a little bit, and then there's just like more presence. So, kind of that.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I could step outside myself and be like, okay, maybe I'm not always right. Like, in interpersonal relationships, like when people are like, I don't know, okay, let me see it more from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.